Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. On Sunday, a large shed caught on fire in Arundel and ended up burning down two adjacent sheds in the process. The Arundel County Fire Department did their thing. They did the best they could, but some idiot driving on the road ran over their hoses that were stretched in the highway, supplying water to the scene, and caused the hose to burst. Not cool and very illegal. Thankfully, no one was injured, and they were able to put the fire out in about 90 minutes. But the fire on West Joyce Lane ultimately caused $100,000 in property damage, in addition to the damage to the hoses. If you ever see a fire hose in the road, don't run over it. Yesterday, the CDC let loose some recommendations for vaccinated people. If you are fully vaccinated and are visiting anyone else that is also fully vaccinated, you are good to go just like it was February 2020. No social distances, no masks, etc. Now, if you are vaccinated and others are not, but they are in a low-risk category, you're also good to go. But this is more geared toward families, grandparents visiting with grandkids, etc. They do recommend that even though you may be vaccinated, if you are out and about, mask up, keep your distance, and avoid crowds. Now, with that said, Governor Hogan has called for a press conference this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. to talk about COVID. I am currently debating with some friends exactly what he might announce, so we'll all have to stay tuned for this. You want to tune into eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later for the details, or you can watch him on his YouTube channel. Again, that's at 3:30 this afternoon. And speaking of the governor, he found some more money the other day and wants to reward state employees. Yesterday, he submitted a supplemental budget for $74 million to reward each state employee with a $1,000 bonus. If approved by the legislature, and let's be real, it will be approved, state employees can expect to see it on April 14th, and the ones that work for the University System of Maryland will expect it the following week. I need to talk to my boss about a $1,000 bonus. BWI was recognized as the top North American airport of its size category for 2020. The Airports Council International World Award is a pretty big deal, as it is the industry standard, and they are judged on 34 different metrics. BWI scored high marks for parking, facilities, value, security, food and shopping, and check-in ease. And lest you think you're running up there to check things out, the terminal is still only open to ticketed passengers at this point, and they do have COVID protocols in place. And in another award, Newsweek ranked the best hospitals in America, and our own Anne Arundel Medical Center came in at number 121 out of the top 200. All in all, Maryland had 7 on the list of 200, with Johns Hopkins coming in at number 4. The number 1 through 4 spots went to the Mayo Clinic at number 1, followed by the Cleveland Clinic, and then Mass General in Boston. So, congratulations to Johns Hopkins and to Anne Arundel Medical Center. Before we wrap it up, let's have some fun. I'm going to play a sound clip in a few seconds. Have a listen and send me an email or a DM on Twitter, and let me know the year in which that clip came from. I have 3 $25 gift cards to Chesepiooc Real Ale Brewery in Crofton to give away. And to be fair for everybody that doesn't listen to this right away, one will go to the first person that gets me the correct year and emails or DMs me before noon. Another will go to the first person to email or DM me between noon and 6 p.m. And then the third one will go to the first person that emails or DMs me between 6 p.m. and midnight. Hey, not everybody gets up at 6 a.m. to listen to this thing. All right, here we go. Listen up.
The House International Relations Committee has asked President Carter to withdraw his plan to sell jet fighters to Egypt and Saudi Arabia. In a letter, 21 of the committee's 37 members said the plan could have an adverse impact on the peace negotiations.
Did you get it? And finally, when you do hear a podcast you enjoy, maybe it's this one, maybe it's the Annapolis podcast, the Duckpin, the Loud Woman's Club, the Conduit Street podcast, or really any podcast, throw us and them a bone by sharing it with your friends and leaving a rating or a review if you can. It's usually pretty easy to do with a press or two of a button, and it really helps spread the word. And I do want to say thank you very much for being a listener. And some more thanks to our sponsors for this daily news brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. Okay, hang tight. Like we have every other day, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report, and it is looking pretty sweet, if I say so myself. All of that gets underway in just 1 minute after we hear from Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, March 9th. Yesterday brought a nice start to the work and school week in what will turn out to be by far the nicest week of weather for the Annapolis region since last fall. Look for more sunshine today with noticeably warmer temps in the 60s, with tomorrow bringing a repeat before even warmer temps and sunshine Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid to upper 60s with a few 70-plus degree readings in Arundel County. And that will be followed up by another nice weekend with temps in the upper 50s to lower 60s. So make plans now to get out and about all week long, with Sunday being the day we return to daylight saving time. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Life is a series of moves, from new beginnings to new opportunities to a new place to call home. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt, and as your goals and dreams change, my team and I will be there with you and for you, making buying or selling a home an easy, safe process. Whether you are looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, you can trust the Kristi Neidhardt Team with our years of expertise to find exactly what you are looking for.
That's another moving minute from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.